Um, Alrighty. I think we are live. Hello, guys. Um, this was not expected, but we have a Derecho that is ongoing and is expected to continue to persist across portions of South Dakota for the next couple of hours in the afternoon here, as a moderate risk has been issued for portions of northwestern Iowa and southeastern South Dakota, and including the Sioux Falls metro area. I am going to introduce my team here quickly. Actually, before I do that, the SPC outlook on my screen here, as you can see, this was issued at the 12:30 p.m. update. We have a now moderate risk for Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Brookings, South Dakota, Mitchell, South Dakota, Worthington, Minnesota, and Spencer, Iowa. And the main hit risk, of course, is this 45% significant wind risk for what the SBC is noting as a derecho with embedded significant severe wind gust is probable and likely ongoing at this time. I have Jake and Maple here with me today, and I am going to start with my radar here, WSV3. And as you see, we have several severe thunderstorm warnings. Most of them are considerable, including one that has the destructive tag with, I believe, if I'm right, this is 90-mile-an-hour wind gusts and golf ball size hail. It hasn't updated for me yet on WSV3, but my GR2, I'm gonna maybe switch to my GR2 and see if that gives me a better idea of what we're looking at. Yeah, my GR2 probably gives me a better idea of what we're looking at. So as you can see right here, we have this very dangerous line. If I'm going to take off all the polygon boxes just to show. And as you can see, we have this. I'm going to go to actually the one pane here. As you can see, we have a very, very dangerous line of severe thunderstorms that have actually just formed out of absolutely nowhere. And this was unexpected. We did not expect to pull the trigger here and go live, but unfortunately, since the moderate risk was issued just actually 20 minutes ago, we've decided to go live here. And yeah, pretty much. Do we have any updates on any more wind reports that have come in so far, or are we just stuck to one wind report, or a couple of them? Alright, let's see here. And as we can see, I did I'm sorry, I think the stars been moving as they pass. Oh yeah, it just updated on my screen. Yep, as you can see here, folks here, as you can see, 90-mile-an-hour wind gust and tennis ball size hail. Not something that you want to see or hear. If you are in, I have some times here for cities that might get impacted. So at 11:55 for Seneca, 12:25 for Faulkton, 12:31 for Orient, and then 1251 for Rockingham. If you are in any of the cities that are in the path of this, you need to be seeking shelter immediately, as these extremely dangerous wind speeds can act like a tornado coming through your area and can produce some major tree damage and some major property damage as well. It looks like we just were joined by Ayrton. How you doing? Alright, we're going to go to the storm relative velocity product here, and it just looks like an absolute mess. It's producing a streak on my radar, which means that the winds are incredibly strong, that they're contaminating the yeah, the updrafts are ridiculous, and these storms, there's no chance. Uh, yeah, the velocity product on here is just completely ridiculous. Look at, like, it's producing a streak on my radar that you really only see when the winds are incredibly strong and they're contaminating all the products. So this is a nasty storm. My goodness, this is a nasty storm now. And honestly, this is going to make it all the way to Sioux Falls. We're going to have to watch out for Sioux Falls, because Sioux Falls is going to get possibly slammed here. If I were to track this out we can do an entire track of the line. And east at 40. So if we were to put a best track of this, if I were to do a best track of this would be in Sioux Falls by about. Oh, and we just got a tornado warning. We just got a tornado warning for that cell. A new tornado warning has been issued. I'm going to get the counties on that one. Yep, new tornado warning for that rotation spot. For the Alright, let me just. I think you're having. Alright, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure if we're having. I think Jake might have was glitching a bit for me on my stream, but as you can see, folks, we have a new tornado warning that was just issued for. This is kind of. Hold on, I have to fix a couple things here on my WSV3. Give me 1 minute. Just gonna fix this a bit, so it can look a little bit nicer, a little bit more cleaner. Oh, no. Alright. Reheights, yes. Jake, I think you're having some audio issues on my end. I'm hearing you completely glitching out on my end, so you may want to fix that real quick. So, basically, here are some times for the tornado warning. The only city really in the path of this is Reheights, and that will be basically by 12:42 Central, 1:42 Eastern. So I would expect they might extend this warning a bit further into downtown Ree Heights. Velocity is probably going. Let me check. Not wind shear. Velocity. Velocity. That's velocity. This velocity signature right here is looking very ugly and very mean. It is broad at this time, but it does appear to be very strong on the outbound winds. I'm getting about like 52 miles an hour and about like 22. So we probably have like an 80 mile an hour general area of rotation. And some information about this new warning. I'm getting 76 dBz pixels on the reflectivity within the area of broad rotation, so there's definitely some very massive hail falling as well. To be completely honest with you, I don't like the way the storm looks right now. Velocity's a bit broad, which is the good thing. NROT values are about in like the 0.5 to 1 range. Its correlation coefficient's going to be a bit hard to look for because it is mostly hail. But yeah, the velocity signature just completely went bonkers. Of course, go right ahead. V-notch, you say? Let me see. Oh yeah, that is definitely a V-notch. That's definitely a V-notch right there. I can confirm that as well. Um, so if you're in Highmore, if you're in Reed Heights, you need to be getting to your safe place. Miller, if you're in Miller as well, okay. Yeah, if you're in Miller and if you're in Reed Heights, you need to be in your safe place right now. You have a double threat with this. You have the potential of a tornado, and you also have 90-mile-an-hour winds on the back flank of the bottom flank of the storm, smacking into you. Right in the center. That might be inflow, but I do. Oh yeah, look at my velocity right now. This thing is bonkers. Is it giving you like radar artifacts? Because mine is just giving me a radar artifact right now, and I don't. I got it. No, I got 71 I think that might be inflow because I might think that might be inflow where you're getting it from because the best indication of what this looks like. I'm thinking this is gonna be definitely strong outflow. Definitely strong outflow. Inflow's definitely strong inflow going into the storm inflow winds, but the rotation is still a bit broad. There is an area of tight rotation within the broad, but it's overall broad circulation. And yeah, because that could tighten. That could actually looks like an embedded supercell. That's
just a loading say that looks like it just tightened. I just got a new scan.
yeah. So
So
yeah, that definitely could be trying to tighten up a bit. The inflow is really like. If you go on correlation coefficient, you can see the inflow surging into the storm, and it just looks ridiculous. If I go to correlation coefficient, you can clearly see the inflow. In what location? What county? Right where the hail core is, you say? This definitely has a very powerful upper level meso. As you can kind of see, like the velocities are very strong in the upper levels. So it'd be my estimation that it'd be my best guess that yeah, trying to figure out.
right
We can definitely see that with the 4-inch hail marker coming in because yeah, mine's maxed at 100. There's just I'm gonna measure this real quick. There is a there is a 3.5 mile wide maxed out vertically integrated liquid ball just in the center of the storm, and it just looks ugly. I think they are going to okay, my WSV3. I think they are gonna have to extend this to re-heights.
Here has a special weather advice just across the
Yeah, we actually do have a severe thunderstorm warning in Kentucky. I'm gonna. It's near Jackson. I know it's near Jackson, but we can go to that storm very, very, very briefly, because we do have a derecho ongoing.
severe weather.
So we can take a look at this very quickly. This is a line of severe storms. This is basically like a line of severe storms here in Kentucky. Basically big blob here. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and penny-sized hail. And this is going to be in effect until 1:30 p.m. And we are going to go quickly back to the ongoing derecho situation here. And it looks like they just updated that tornado warning. I think we did just get an update here. They did update the warning. Okay, so it looks like they are continuing as radar indicated. Yet they have updated it. Sully County is canceled. However, Hand and Hyde County is still in the tornado warning. It does appear that this will most likely get extended into Highmore because it looks like the V notch is expanding. The inflow notch looks to be expanding, which I don't like to see. Yeah, so we can go over we could definitely go over the day 2 outlook. we can definitely go over the day 2 outlook here for a brief moment. Great. Yeah, so
Side. Sit cloud.
and did we just get a new tornado warning? I haven't got one yet, but I'm hearing from other people who I'm in close contact with that there might have been just a new tornado warning issued. Or actually, no, I think they just updated the tornado warning. Yep. Yep, for Claremont, Hamilton, and Warren counties. Okay. Yeah. So if I'm just gonna say this right now, if you are on U.S. Route 47, if you're on if you are on State Route 47, if you're on State Route 14, and if you are on U.S. Route 47, you need to get off the highway and seek shelter now, because you're gonna be getting hit by some massive hailstones and a possible tornado. That honestly, the velocity is actually getting hail contaminated. It's just an absolute mess right now on Aberdeen. GR2 is now picking up 5-inch hail inside the storm. So, from my best calculations, it does appear that maybe 3-inch hail is falling from that storm. Now, I'm going to just briefly mention this. This could be the start of a derecho here, and basically what a derecho is, if anybody can also pitch in if they want. A derecho is basically a long-lived wind event that is in association with a line of damaging severe thunderstorms that produces at least multiple reports of 58 miles an hour or greater wind reports within a 240-mile long length span of the entire moderate risk, or at least the entire risk. And basically, yeah, this could be a derecho today, and the SPC has highlighted that it could be probable. And it looks like we just got an extension of the severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado warning inside of it. It is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning with 2-inch hail and a tornado possible tag. And it does go for an entire hour and 2 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I'm getting 5-inch hail as well. And it does look like NROT is increasing north of Highmore. The hail core is going ridiculous. I'm getting like 76 dBz hail core right now, and I'm not. The one that is in does it? Not on a 70. I got 76 decibels. Oh yeah, as well. Hurricane Bonnie, which I tracked for 5+ hours the other night, has crossed over successfully over the past couple days, and now is a major hurricane with peak winds of 115 miles an hour. So
something that's really I see the green.
this would be with the tornado warning, correct?
Yes. It looks like it's starting to ramp up.
Yeah, I do see that.
I don't like that. Oh, yeah, it's doing it. It's ramping lower.
Just basically right around like state route, like U.S. Route 47. You can kind of see where it's wrapping up right here. Gate to gate measure value. Okay, hold up. Get off the highway. This thing is definitely looking really mean right now. It does appear that the velocity is strong, but here's something good. It does appear that there might be some de-aliasing going on. Right? Actually, wait, no. If that's not de-alias, then there's some extremely strong broad rotation right now. But it actually looks like it's becoming outflow dominant, which would be a good thing at least. That right where the rotation is hitting, you see it. Right over 47. Oh. I think that might be inflow or hail, because the hail is so large. Yeah, that's a CC indicated hail core. That's indication that a massive hail core is within the storm. And indeed massive it is. Now, if they do extend it, I think they have to extend this into Heights at least. Or actually maybe drop the warning, because it's still tornado possible tech, so they might expire this tornado warning. But still, I think, yeah, I'm seeing, like, the line right now, the line that's currently passing to the, it's generally moving in a southeasterly direction. So, yes.
See something very interesting about it. See a very
Broad rotation over Loveland.
to the northeast. So it's northeast of Blue Ash.
Alright, Derecho. And also keep in mind that Sioux Falls is actually in the moderate risk, so that would be very probable. Oh, and I forgot to switch to my WSV3. I apologize for that. So if you're basically on State Route 47, you're basically about to be out of the hail core, but I would still remain. You're still in the tornado warning polygon, so I would remain off the highway, because you can still. Yeah, it can be anywhere really. We don't know. Tornadoes can shift paths. This thing is heading straight through Heights, so if they want to put an extension on this, I would do it now, not later, because I would do it now, because velocity here, If this wants to load for me, please. I would love velocity to just load here real quick. Oh, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, look, yeah, I can see that. Velocity is just going nuts right now. Yeah, I'm getting, like, radar. I am getting a radar streak that goes all the way up to North Dakota from this velocity couplet. This means that there's some extremely strong winds within this tornado warning, and it looks nasty right now.
Storm here is strengthened, and I might be seeing a hook trying to.
Do you see what's going on up to the north of the line? The north of the line might actually be trying to start maybe some broad rotation up there. But I wouldn't say for sure, though. And yeah, so I want to just make sure of something very quickly. Just want to make sure of something very quickly that. I'm just extremely shocked, guys, that we have a mod risk today.
Say that 200 lightning strikes still in the tornado.
Breaking news. Report from Highmore from a trained spotter has reported that the entire roof of a house has been blown off completely by wind.
To the north.
It might be because it's becoming outflow dominant. But I think technically, they need to put an extension on this because look where the inflow is. The inflow is just north of Ree Heights.
Oh, I have a really strong rotation right
now. Yeah, that's definitely broad rotation, but very strong. I wouldn't say that's gate to gate. I wouldn't say that's gate to gate, but I would say that's definitely broad rotation because I'm getting about like 100 miles an hour across the river from like 23. So it's definitely some very, 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 very broad but very strong winds pushing outwards as it moves off to the south and east. Now, would you guys think that an extension is probable given the situation right now? 50-50. Okay. I think 50. I think 50-50 as well as yeah. Hey guys, you know what's really concerning? I just saw a tweet from Cameron Nixon. He is potentially saying that this MCS that's currently ongoing in South Dakota, it is subjected to moderate cloudly or shear, with a motion that induces strong storm relative inflow and streamlines vorticity. And get this is what really concerns me. This can encourage large, persistent supercell structures within the system, similar to the August 10th, 2020 Iowa derecho. I don't like the sound of that at all. I'm going to pull some VWP soundings real quick.
It's not as bad as 4 days after the Mayfield one.
This is not going to be, at any chance, you're hearing from us now, This is not going to be as significant as the August 10th outbreak. This is not the derecho. This is not going to be significant as the December 15th derecho. However, what we were saying is that a professional weather analyst is noting that this has similar environmental and thermodynamic structures to potentially support some semblance to the August 10th, 2020 derecho. Not saying that this is going to be the August 10th, 2020 derecho all over again. It has the potential to have some similarities to it in terms of structure and thermodynamics.
So their scale discussion for my storm to my east is actually starting. So.
Alright. I'm going to pull a VWP from Sioux Falls. Let's see.
A measure scale discussion. 1377.
I'm waiting for the VWP, and yeah, that just Aberdeen's VWP profile probably looks ridiculously. Oh my, that VWP photograph from Aberdeen? Okay, that's a very bad photograph. Very, very, very elongated, curved, favorable, basically. This warning expires in 4 minutes. If you're in Ree Heights, I think you should be in shelter right now, because there could be a potential tornado on top of you within the next 10 minutes, but honestly, I think the core of the storm is going to be over you, but the outer bands of the storm is pretty much over you now. This is just this is an extremely dangerous situation. We did not expect this today.
December 15th or whatever. Was actually the worst. It was worse than 2020. Iowa.
True. This can definitely be a very prolific wind event that actually came out of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, today was a slight risk and some moderate risk.
This actually went enhanced, but then they took out the enhanced risk for portions of Montana and all, and then they just decided to put the moderate risk in. And you don't take lightly when the National Weather Service (SBC) mentions derecho. They're gonna update it at 4:30 p.m. and I think they might keep moderate risk, but these storms are. I don't think they are going to put out a high risk because it is too early and it's too late to actually determine it. This just formed out of nowhere, so they didn't even know this was going to happen.
A new severe thunderstorm warning.
If I'm gonna.
It's on the south side of the storm.
So basically, these are some times for when the line will push through. If you're in Ree Heights, it's pretty much over you now. 12:45 for Miller, 12:49 for St. Lawrence, and 1:09 for whatever other town that was. And we did just get a new wind gust of 74 miles an hour at the Mesonet Station 215, 17 miles west of Polo, South Dakota. Polo. Do you guys see the embedded supercell structure within that line over Ree Heights? That concerns me. The inflow looks like it is cutting off a bit, but you can see the embedded supercell structure within it, and it just looks absolutely concerning. They most likely are gonna let this tornado warning expire, but I would honestly put another one down for Ree Heights and Miller, because look at where it is right now. Storm relative velocity. The rotation looks to be gone, or looks to be weak, but that's still an embedded supercell structure. So I would be very surprised if they don't put out another tornado warning for this supercell structure.
Patrick, if you could take a second.
Yeah.
To look over at the cell right next to me, it looks like it's actually starting to get its act together now.
There is an outflow boundary off being produced by the storm, north to east to east northeast to west southwest oriented boundary now.
That's right on me right now.
It's look at the boundary to the northeast in the northeastern to the northeast of this line or the derecho. This is definitely setting up into a derecho here, and we do not expect to see this happen. And right now, alright, it looks like the tornado warning is going to expire here. So I will take a brief look at that.
It looks like a hook's trying to come around.
And it has expired. However, I still think that they may need to issue another one. Possibly.
Patrick, this storm right next to me is actually kind of starting to look interesting.
Off of Cincinnati radar?
I wanted to mention that as soon as the warning expired, I got another NROD scan, and the NRODs that go up to 1.25 with like some with rotation literally is on the hook, like literally the northern part of the hook, just north of Reed Heights. I wanted to mention that.
This definitely needs another. I think personally this needs another tornado warning just because of how that structure looks. So
especially when it comes to like Miller in St. Lawrence.
Now, do you think that it is probable? So here's the Cincinnati storm here. This is currently over a couple of roads here. This is over U.S. Route 50. State Route 50.
It's also over Interstate 275.
Over Interstate 275, State Route 50, U.S. Route 222, and over Milford and Owensville and all that. Sometimes Owensville will be impacted by 201, and Williamsburg will be impacted by 226. And
we're starting to get a hail core.
We just I see that as well. We're gonna go back here to the main event because to be completely honest with you, I would expect that the National Weather Service might issue a Storm Prediction Center might issue a PDS Severe Thunderstorm Watch, PDS watch for wind because of the fact that Sioux Falls is in the moderate risk. Just because of that. If this thing can maintain it, this thing is going to maintain itself for a while. So we're just going to have to watch and wait and see what it does. New mesoscale discussion has gone out.
I think it's for me. I think it's the one that I'm under.
This is for the line. An organized cluster of severe storms appears likely to be maintained and continue to be accompanied by severe wind gusts and hail while approaching the Sioux Falls area through 1 to 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. A new severe weather watch will probably be needed east-southeast of Weather Watch 436. So you heard it there. Come on. Despite considerable lingering inhibition for seasonably moist boundary layer parcels, including surface dew points near 70 degrees Fahrenheit within its inflow, forcing for ascent along the convectively generated cool pool continues to overcome mid-level capping and maintain intense convective development now southeast through east of the period vicinity. Beneath very steep low-level tropospheric lapse rates, CAPE is increasing in excess of 3,000 joules per kilogram, and strongest convection continues to be accompanied by heavy rain, occasional severe hail, and frequent lightning flash rates. Heavy precipitation loading and melting evaporation of the precipitation within the downdrafts are aiding downward transfer of 30 to 50 plus knot rear inflow and contributing to occasional severe surface gusts. With continuing boundary layer warming and at least some further erosion of inhibition near ahead of activity, this all seems likely to be maintained across and north of the Interstate 90 corridor into the Sioux Falls area by around 20Z, which is 4 p.m. p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, if I am correct about that. Yeah.
I wanted to say that this hasn't really been detected in a while when it comes to this company, but it got detected again. A mesocyclone has been detected again. I see a green mesocyclone icon on GR2 analyst. So it's probably like a weaker one right now, but it's still a mesocyclone. Tornado warning!
New tornado warning?
Yeah, we have a new tornado warning for.
This is for the this is the Reheights extension that I was talking about. I knew they needed an extension. I think they issued it a bit too late. Oh, yep. Reheights and Miller are now under a new tornado warning until, let's see here, 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This is also associated by a hail size of 2 inches. Jesus. WSV3 does not want to update for me.
Nice writing techniques. Anyways, back to the storm. There's just, there's a lot going on with this possible derecho. Or actually, what is basically probably going to become a derecho.
This is already starting to materialize as one, but we're seeing these embedded circulations within the line. And am I seeing this right?
I have to interrupt here.
Am I seeing?
I'm going to go out to a viewing area to look at the supercell, and I'll send pictures into the group chat and stuff.
Alright.
I'll be back later.
Alrighty. So, basically, oh, here's the new tornado warning on my WSP3. Am I seeing this right? Is it a BWER trying to form within the inflow? That's not good. That is not good at all.
There are a few things that I wanted to question because some of these like severe weather stuff, I know most of it, but comes to like V-shaped info stuff. I know it's an info and I just don't know what that particularly means, or what that's like meant to do.
I think that might be a BWER trying to form near west of Miller, because you can see on. I'm gonna turn off smoothing just to see this. Smoothing off shows it as well, so that might be a B word trying to form. Which would be strong indication of a tornado trying to spin up within the line. And I'm trying to see here if we have any reports coming in. I'm waiting for, oh, wow. Oh, look at, oh, that rotation near Reheights. I'm getting outflow winds. I'm getting outflow winds in excess of 70 miles an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is going to move to, like, this is going to move to the south of Miller. But if you are on US Route 45, if you are on the US Route 45 State Route 14 interchange, or actually, is this State Route 45? I'm not 100% sure. If you're on the Route 45, Route 14 interchange, just in downtown Miller, this is going to clip you to the south. But if you are on any highway within this tornado warning, Get off the highway and seek shelter. You are under a tornado warning. You should be seeking shelter.
Immediately.
Like, immediately. And, correction, if I'm right, I'm waiting for any reports to come in, regarding any reports from Spotter Network to see if we have any reports of any, and no reports of any wall cloud or funnel cloud of any of these. But that rotation is just broad and So if you are in, so here are some times for when this tornado warning or this storm will be over you. If you are in Miller, you have about 6 minutes. If you are in Wessington, you have about 28 minutes. Well, actually, yeah, if you're in Wessington, you have about like 28 minutes. And if you're in Wolsey, you have about 45 minutes to get the shelter. And did they just put out a new extension for the warning?
They put out an extension.
A PDS SVR, or considerable destructive tag. And this goes for 64 minutes.
Wow.
This just proves that this situation is not something you see every day. I have not seen a rapid formation of this kind of system in a while. I don't even think I've never seen this before. So if you can look at a broad area of where this is the line. You may think, oh, it's just a bunch of rain and wind and a bunch of hail. No, this is a significant line of damaging winds with embedded circulations. You should not be treating this lightly. Even though it may look the par, it is still extremely dangerous, and you should be in your shelter place immediately. This is not something to joke about, and if you see the SBC mention Derecho, don't take it lightly. And I would assume we would get a severe thunderstorm watch for the Sioux Falls Metro here any time now, or at least within the next hour, because these storms are going to be pushing rapidly in soon, and this is not good. I'm currently having TweetDeck open to see if we have any This is going to be a very long day today, and we're going to try to provide the absolute longest coverage we could, as long as we feel like it. We'll try to provide here for you from Storm Vortex Center. And yeah, we can go to just give me 1 second here. I'm gonna do something real quick. Please share our stream. We're trying to get on the algorithm, and we can potentially save more lives here if we basically, we can save more lives here if more people know about us and more people catch the streams. So, yeah. So we actually do have someone in the chat, or someone at least viewing from the looks of it. Let me see.
Their name, it was Kai. Yeah, it's on the chat.
Alright, Kai, if you are in Minnesota, so Kai, if you're still watching this, if you are in southwestern Minnesota, I would be on the absolute lookout, because you could be getting this derecho potential here within at least the next 2 hours to 3 hours. So if you are in that area, I would be very, very weather aware, as you could be potentially getting these damaging winds. And we just got a 84-mile-an-hour wind gust reported at a Mesonet Station 312 north of Ree Heights. So 1 mile north of Ree Heights, which would basically be downtown Ree Heights at this point. So as you heard there, an 84-mile-an-hour wind gust reported at downtown Ree Heights, or just directly north of it. And they have continued this warning. They have not canceled it or shrunken it. They are just continuing it for the next 14 minutes here. Ree Heights, if you are anywhere east of Ree Heights, downtown proper, you're still underneath, you're barely on the polygon, so I would take shelter if you're in that polygon. But you are going to be almost out of it. Just give it another like 5 minutes and you should be out of it. And seems
like the hook is trying to go strong again.
Yeah, I see that.
Especially on reef activity, it looks like as if the hook was like rotating it on its own. Like those 60 decibel stop things. 60 decibel reef activities now look like they were like rotating.
Those probably indicate some massive hailstones falling down.
But even before it was like rotating it. You could see the reflectivity rotate a bit. That at least looked like it did. Well, as the storm heads southeast, I guess by counties, you could be the next area this storm would be heading into would be Huron County. It would be Huron County, but I would also pay attention for counties like Washington Springs County as well.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get there, like, it's just not good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, I was going to say that on its current path, remember it's also moving southwest southeast at 35 miles an hour. This storm. And this is supercell, and that is supercell as one. And from its path, the next places I said before would hit before we get to Sioux Falls, I would be looking at Virgil, I would be looking at Virgil, maybe even south of there. Yeah, it looks like south of Virgil, somewhere place like Lane in
It looks like we just got sorry to break in here. It looks like we just got another wind report from Ree Heights. 87-mile-an-hour wind gust reported now.
Yep, this storm is gonna jump back up to 90-mile-an-hour gusts on the morning. I can tell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was from the same measurement. 5 minutes. That was from the same measurement 11 minutes ago. At 312 heights. See what it looked like then. At 17, so that was like 37, 39. So that was like when the back part of it. That's when I like was exiting. You know, I guess whatever was going on with the back continued. Yeah, I'm expecting to see warning to intensify in what you see there.
I am like that rotation couplet near Reed Heights is actually looking better organized. It's still very broad, but it looks like it's actually getting better organized, which would be my best indication that something is what? My velocity has just broken. My WSV3 is breaking right now. It's not reading things right. And it's giving me agita right now. Let's try and get that back up here. Yeah, that is just... there might be some... Is it just me, or is Aberdeen's radar not going to be useful anymore? Because it's giving me like weird streaks on my radar. Redfield, South Dakota. Redfield, South Dakota. Spink.
I think Aberdeen is probably looking to be kind of useful for now. But I'd say that by the time, I would say once you get to the area of Washington Spring, not there, but like once you get to when you get to the area like of Huron or Forestburg, Artesian, or Carthage, Madison, you know what I mean, Salem, near U.S. Highway 1. As you head to the I-90 corridor. Really weird what's going on.
This is just an extremely rare situation that we're seeing right now. I've never seen this kind of materialization this quick and this fast. And here are some times for when this line should move through. It's over Miller right now at this point, or just passed through Miller. We're looking at right now for St. Lawrence, 114 for Westonton, 134 for Wolsey, and 139 for Hitchcock. If you are within any of these polygons, this may not be a tornado warning. However, you should be seeking shelter in the lowest part of your room, as you should treat these winds like a tornado is coming right for you. And that is the absolute most key thing we're going to say here. And it's just absolutely vital that you listen to our...
This may not be a tornado warning.
It's just absolutely vital that you listen to this. Yeah, so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, send them down into the chat, and we should be able to answer them for you in due course. Now, given approximation, this line is currently, if I put a storm track on this, let me see real quick. Let me draw a track. This is moving at about 40 miles an hour to the east-southeast. So this whole entire line, so basically in 3 minutes this line will be over Chamberlain, 101 for Redfield, 108 for Pawanka, 117 for Wolsey, 122 for Kimball, 126 for Westington Springs, 137 for Huron, 138 for White Lake, 148 for Woonsocket, and 153 for Plankinton. Yes, that is the town name, Plankinton. Looks like we just got a couple more wind reports coming in. We got a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and a 63-mile-an-hour wind gust. This tornado warning expires here in 3 minutes. Alright, sorry about that. We're back here. This tornado warning expires in 1 minute. Maple, do you think they're going to put an extension on this, or no?
It really just depends, honestly.
I have to actually, give me 1 minute. I have to just get permissions to, add members of roles. Okay, done. Very nice. Alright. Looks like the warning will expire here once again. However, an extension of the warning could be put in place on the long run. This is still a very nasty line moving through right now, so we'll have to see what goes down there. And it looks like the tornado warning has been expired / canceled. However, another extension could be put in place, but it does look like it has bowed out enough to the point where it won't. However, still, damaging winds are going to be a very significant hazard with these, and you should treat 80-mile-an-hour or 90-mile-an-hour wind gusts as if a tornado is approaching you.
Well, I am gonna be going now. Well, have a great day.
Alright.
I will be out.
Alrighty. Alrighty, so looks like I'm gonna be taking over for now. Yeah, so if you're in southeastern South Dakota right now, take shelter, please. Like, take shelter, please. Like, if you're in southeastern South Dakota, I wouldn't say take shelter, but I would say get ready to seek a safe place, as you're going to have an extremely dangerous line of thunderstorms push through your area anytime soon, and this is a dangerous situation. This is an extremely dangerous situation, and you should be keeping watch of this at all times. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, send them down to the live chat, and I'll be able to answer them for you in due course. It looks apparently like right here that we have. Let's see. So this is an extremely dangerous line of storms, and we're going to be watching here for the materialization of a derecho here very soon, or most likely ongoing right now. Most likely ongoing right now. I'm trying to see if we have any damage reports here coming in. Does not look like we do have any damage reports, except we did have one earlier, but a roof blown off a house. That's the only significant damage report that we've received for wind so far. Other than that, yeah. Alright. I am going to step away here for 5 minutes here just to catch a breather. We will be back here on Storm Vortex Center live for more coverage starting at 2:10 p.m. or earlier, depending on if we get any significant updates or breaking news updates coming in. Alright, I'm back here, because we just got another Tornado Possible Tag extension. This is for the northern end of the line. This is for, I'm gonna put a storm tag on here. This is for Tulare and Hitchcock. 237 for Tulare and 242 for Hitchcock. And if you are in the cities, I would advise going into a safe room at this time. So if you are in the path of this line in general, you should be seeking a safe place. You should be going inside a well-built structure. You don't necessarily have to go in a basement, because these are not tornadic warned. However, you should be treating these like if a tornado is coming to you. And the absolute best area to sustain these winds is within the lowest room of your home, the interior hallway or room, such as a closet. So basically, let's go down to the southern end of this, right here. As you can see, Sioux Falls is one county to the west of the Tornado Watch, not Tornado Watch, severe thunderstorm watch. They will most likely be put under a severe thunderstorm watch within at least the next 2 to 3 hours, give it or take it. And as you can see, there are some times. I'm trying to get some times for when the this is a little bit annoying. It does look like we just got a new destructive tag extension. I'm waiting for it to pop up on WSV3, but I'm waiting for the pop up on WSV3, but it is a new tornado possible with a destructive tag, winning gust of 80 miles an hour, 80 miles per hour wind gust, and 2.5 inch hail. So if you are in that severe thunderstorm warning, I would highly advise you go in a safe and structured room within inside your house, which would be like an interior hallway or room. Oh, it's actually inside the warning. This goes for, hold up, this goes for, I wonder how long this one goes for. 33 minutes, okay. Okay. So for the next 33 minutes here, if you are in this warning, you should be taking shelter. As you can see, the line is approaching Sioux Falls at this time. It does appear probable that it also is approaching Mitchell to the northwest at this time. Looks like one of these severe thunderstorm warning district tags has expired. Alright, so let's take a look at all the activity currently in place. We'll start with the northernmost warning here. This is a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust tag and quarter-size hail. This will affect the following communities: 237 for Tulare and 242 for Hitchcock. This would be in Eastern Standard Time. Then we're gonna move down to the second severe thunderstorm warning. This one is in effect until 1:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This is for 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 2-inch hail, and this is moving to the southeast at 40 miles an hour. We have another destructive severe thunderstorm warning behind this. This is for 80-mile-an-hour wind gust and tennis ball size hail, and this is moving to the east at about 30 miles an hour. Now we'll move down to the considerable severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect until this is for I believe greater than penny size hail, and this will be until 2:45 Eastern, 1:45 Central. And these are some times for when communities in this polygon or within the path of this portion of the line will get hit. We have 129 for Westonton Springs, 135 for Kimball, 140 for Lane, 149 for White Lake, and 150 for Woonsocket. And now we have a bunch of these right here for this segment of the line that includes this general area. Near Chamberlain, you have 217 for Kimball, 117 for Kimball, which is pretty much past Kimball. Then we're looking for 126 for White Lake, 134 for Plankinton, 146 for Stickney, 149 for Platte, 151 for Burke, 159 for Corsica, 205 for Geddes, 210 for Armour, and 210 for Bone Steel. The final severe thunderstorm warning that we have currently in place is this line that is extending to the Nebraska state line here, and some communities in the path of this portion of the line include Winter, Kilgore, Colombe, Crookston, Dallas, Valentine, Springview, and Woodlake. Here are some times when they'll be impacted, and that's pretty much the overall general activity we are seeing right now with this extremely dangerous system that is setting up here at this time. Looks like we just got a report from Miller here in Haddon County, South Dakota. Emergency manager reports trees uprooted and major tree limb damage in the town of Miller. So that is a breaking news update from the city of Miller, South Dakota. So we just got a report of a 61-mile-an-hour wind gust at Winter, South Dakota, or Winter, North Dakota, I believe. Oh no, Winter, South Dakota. Sorry, I was looking at that wrong. These storms are closing in on Mitchell and Sioux Falls, so we have to look out for that area, as it could be potentially, as it definitely is, or actually it might actually been in the actually I think it actually is pretty much directly in line with it. So if you are west of I-90, I wouldn't be really doing travel. Tweet, I'm getting like, yeah. So multiple tweets are basically saying like, if you're west of I-90, don't do travel today. A significant derecho, well, not significant derecho, a derecho with significant severe wind gusts is ongoing in South Dakota and will move into southwest Minnesota and north Iowa this evening. And it does appear that a severe firestorm, new severe firestorm watch number 437 has been issued, and it is for portions of the Sioux Falls metro area. The watch probabilities for wind is 80-70. I'm going to be periodically breaking in here for wind reports. I'm periodically going to be popping in and out until everything comes back to HQ, and we will go back to full coverage. And we will go back to full coverage here on Storm Vortex Center. I will be popping in periodically. Breaking news, folks. We've just received a very dangerous situation, severe thunderstorm warning with a 90-mile-an-hour severe thunderstorm warning tag. This has been upgraded to 90 miles an hour here. I repeat, this is a life-threatening situation. Flying debris will be deadly to those called without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Homes and roofs. Heavily damaged destroyed homes and businesses will have substantial roof and window damage. Expect extensive tree damage and power outages. These severe storms will be near Iroquois and Artisan around 2:20 p.m., Fedora around 2:25 p.m., Carthage around 2:30 p.m., Smet around 2:35 p.m., Roswell around 2:40 p.m., Lake Thompson State Recreation Area around 2:45 p.m., Howard, Lake Preston, and Villas around 2:50 p.m., and Canova around 3 p.m., all in Central Standard Time. Other locations impacted by these severe thunderstorms include Bancroft. These are dangerous storms capable of producing large hail driven by severe winds. Seek shelter now. And I'm going to put up a list of times here for the path. And a 96-mile-an-hour wind gust was just reported at the Huron Airport. That is a very significant wind gust that was reported, with this large and damaging line of severe thunderstorms pushing in to the Sioux Falls metro area. And it does appear now that we have a super functional morning extension for Sioux Falls Metro. This is going to be in effect until this is going to be in effect for the next 64 minutes here until 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 3:30 p.m. Central. This includes the following cities: Alexandria, Parkston, Bridgewater, Salem, Threeman, Menno, Canastota, Marion, Parker, Hartford, and areas due west of Sioux Falls. This is for 70-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail if you are in downtown Sioux Falls. If you're anywhere west of Sioux Falls, take shelter, or actually, not take shelter. Go inside a safe place now. Treat these winds as if a tornado is approaching you, as we pretty much have already seen this derecho potential materialize. And we had just received a new tornado warning here. A brand new tornado warning has been issued for northwestern Minnehaha and northeastern McCook counties. This is going to be in effect until for the next 35 minutes here, until 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 3:45 p.m. Central Time. This is going to affect the following communities: Colton, Baltic, and Del Rapids. Also, if you're in Montrose, you need to be getting your safe place. If you are in Colton, you need to be getting into your safe places. You could be in the path of this. If you are in the polygon, or you are in the projected path of the storm, you need to be in your safe place right now. Velocity, oh, this is still 2.4. Velocity here is a bit. You can see right here where there's an area of broad rotation. That's where they most likely warned it, and you can see that it is for northwestern portions of Sioux Falls Metro, and the thing is just completely collapsed. So it does look like that. It does look like the storm is collapsing a bit on itself. However, it is still a tornado warning that is in effect for the next 34 minutes here. We have a confirmed tornado warning in Virginia now. The National Weather Service in Wakefield is continuing a tornado warning observed for a confirmed waterspout moving on shore. Or actually, a weather spotter is confirmed damaging tornado, which pretty much is moving over water at this time. But if you're in Whitestone, be in shelter now. You have a confirmed tornado moving in your direction right now.